All right, we are joined by Long Beach Poly senior track and field star Jade McDonald and her family. Jade, hi.
Hi.
You want to introduce your mom and dad?
Okay, this is my dad, Billy McDonald, and then this is my mom, Polly McDonald. Hello.
So we have you on the show today for a very special reason. It's our favorite story that we get to write, but you and your family have the dream come true moment. You're ready to announce your college decision. Mom and dad are excited. They're not taking out loans. Everyone's pumped up. So Jade, take it away. Go ahead. Let everyone know where you're going.
Okay, so I'm with all my family, as you can see, and my grandmother over here,
Hi, Grandma.
and my uncle as well. And well, collectively, and then my decision as well, we've made the decision that I will be attending the University of Iowa.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. So break it down for us. Iowa, what did you love about it? What are you excited about?
Okay.
Oh, gotta get the hat. Yes, gotta get the hat.
Bring in the bucket.
I chose the University of Iowa because honestly, that was the best. That was going to be the best fit for me. I've always been wanting to go out of state for college because I've been in California my whole life. So I just thought like, this is the perfect time to go out of state. And, for the next 4 years, this is going to be my home. So I'm happy with my choice and I can't wait to start.
What's it been like for you? I mean, we'll talk about everything, but just the recruiting process at first. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dang.
Wow. We're all ready to go. Okay, Billy.
Okay.
That's a heck of a poster.
Jade is like, I'm going to Iowa right now. I love it. So what was it like doing the recruiting? I mean, normally, you and I talked about this a little earlier, but like normally an athlete of your stature, national level recruit, you're going to do a tour of the country. You're going to do official visits everywhere you want to take a vacation. You're going to get to really thoroughly check out every program. How hard was it for you, and what was it like? What was the adjustment you had to make to doing that recruitment via Zoom?
It was definitely adjustment, but I feel like it wasn't too bad because I hadn't really known anything different. Like it all, like the pandemic and everything happened all at once, like when I was starting to really get recruited and stuff like that. So it wasn't like too much of adjustment. But the one thing that I was really bummed out about was like taking my official visits. Cause like what I was saying earlier, that's like one thing that all college or all high school athletes look forward to is all their official visits because that's what everybody raves about and everybody says it's so fun and stuff like that. So I was bummed that I missed out on that, but altogether the recruiting process, it was different, but it wasn't bad.
So you obviously never been to Iowa.
No, I've never been to Iowa.
What do you know about the state of Iowa? What's like the top of the list of your Iowa facts?
Okay, so I know that it snows and that it's very cold. So that was actually a plus because I know a lot of kids from California, they either like love the snow or they hate it. Like they don't like being cold at all. But I really don't mind it at all. I actually love the snow. So that was a plus for sure. And then I do know that the University of Iowa, that it's really like a college that you could really feel the college vibe there on the campus and stuff like that. And everybody's like all for the Hawks and stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you also a corn fan? Hold on, you gotta like corn if you're going to Iowa.
Yeah,
Take the pledge.
Okay.
That's true. All right, I want to hear from mom and dad just for a minute about what this process was like for you guys, what you think about Jade going to Iowa, and how excited you guys are that she's got the scholarship.
I was excited because we had actually done a lot of the background work. We had already been looking at different majors. She wants to major in kinesiology. So we kind of broke it down like a little spreadsheet on what would be the best fit for her. And she didn't mind going away, which is going to be hard for me, but we decided that this would probably be the best fit because they have her major. They're ranked top 20 as far as women's track and field, and that was huge for her. She wants to be on a team that is winning.
And you're not the first mom to tell us that it's hard for the baby to go out of state. Yes.
But they do have a good jumps program, and that's a huge thing because not every school can produce triple jumpers, and that's her specialty is triple jump.
Billy, how about you? How are you feeling?
Well, I feel really good. It was a long process for Jade, especially with the COVID and a lot of schools not knowing how much scholarships they have and what's going to be available, because they have concerns about what seniors and juniors are going to return for additional year, especially with a couple of the different colleges are saying that the seniors are getting a year back. Well, actually,
Right.
everyone's getting a year back. So I like to say thank you to the other colleges that would seriously showed interest in my daughter and made her offers, like Idaho State, Penn, Cal, and all the other schools, LSU, Texas Tech.
Oh,
So-
we know she's been sought after. I started getting text messages from college coaches about Jade when she was in 8th grade, I believe. She had some, I'm trying to remember what, you had some crazy mark in the long jump in 8th grade, and I got texted by like 4 people.
love it.
For
Yeah,
triple.
there you go. I was like, I knew you knew what it was, because it was like, it would have been a top 5 state mark, while you were still at 8th grade for sure. So let's talk a little bit. I mean, we're in your house, which is where you're also now doing school. What's this school year been like for you as an athlete and as a student, having to make that adjustment to, being in the house instead of at a large school with lots of people that you know?
Well, it's definitely been an adjustment, but in my opinion, I think I've adjusted pretty well. Like once you have to like kind of make a schedule for yourself to not go crazy, because being inside 24/7 can really drive you crazy if you don't have a set schedule for yourself. So like I'll make it a point to like get up, walk around, do something in between my classes. And then I got lucky because since I'm a senior, I only have 2 classes each day because it's block schedule for poly. So I got really lucky in that aspect. So it's not like too bad where I'm sitting at the computer literally all day. So as soon as I'm done with school, usually I'll go eat lunch and then go to practice. So it's not like I'm inside 24/7.
Has it been good to still be able to get together with other kids to have the practices? I know we've heard from a lot of athletes where it's like, we wish it was a regular season happening right now, but that it's nice, like you said, to not just be in your house, for 8 hours on Zoom or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for sure. It's really nice going to practice with other people because it's just at least some social interaction because everything right now is online. Like I text most of my friends, FaceTime most of my friends, but being able to see them in person for practice is nice.
Well, and when we talk to athletes, I mean, what we hear is that, they haven't gone this long without competing in their sport since they could really walk. So, I mean, how long, when's the last time you've gone this long without being at a track meet? And what do you really miss most about that? Because it's a whole experience. You don't just show up and perform. It's like there's all the other stuff that goes with it, with the travel and being at the tent. What do you miss most about being able to compete and have track meets?
Honestly, the thing that I miss most is the competing aspect. Like competing is literally my favorite thing to do. Like it just makes me so happy and it really relieves all my stress and stuff like that. So not having a season was pretty disappointing. And then the fact that I haven't competed in basically like a year, almost a year, it feels really weird. So I feel like the most important thing during this time though is to remember your goals, remember what you have set for yourself. And like that will help you get you through whatever training that you have to do. Cause I feel like this is the time where we should be training the most instead of slacking off and stuff like that.
When did you start competing? Like, how long has it been since you went a year without a track meet?
I think I did like an all-comers. I did like 2 all-comers. And I want to say that was almost a year ago, probably like 11 months ago.
But how old were you the last time you went a year without a meet? When did you start
1
tracking?
year old, Mike. She was 1 year old.
Maybe.
I didn't start track fully until I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
Before that, it was gymnastics. In gymnastics, that literally took up my whole life. And we never had any time off. Like every year we had to meet like a set time. So I'm not used to having this big gap of not competing.
Yeah. Well, that's why, you mentioned it. I think everyone's got to be able to adjust, and you've adjusted to be able to figure out how to still be a good student and not go crazy. Took me a couple months to put myself on a schedule. I'll tell you that. We cover 10 games a week each or something. And then all of a sudden it's just, everything shuts down.
Well, hold on. I want to go back to the gymnastics thing. Did you get watching an Olympics or something to get inspired to be a gymnast, or did that just kind of come because you were like, a rambunctious kid who was jumping off the couch?
Honestly, I started gymnastics because when I was little, I wanted to be just like my brother. I literally copied everything he did. So he was in gymnastics, and I was like 3.5 years old, 4 years old. And I was like, I want to do gymnastics. Like, that looks fun. So then my mom put me in gymnastics, and then he ended up stopping. But I want to become an Olympian. So I was working towards that goal, but I started getting too tall for the sport, because in gymnastics it's you're usually like 5'2" and stuff like
Right. And then some track coaches started saying, we actually don't mind if your legs get longer.
yeah.
That's funny. So what you and I talked yesterday, maybe you don't want to be as bold on camera, I don't know, but you had high goals for yourself for this season. We're obviously all hoping you're going to be able to get a good senior season in at Poly, and certainly with the later start and being outdoors, we feel pretty good about that happening. So what are you comfortable telling everyone what your goals are for the year for yourself?
Yes, I am. So my goal is to win every event that I'm competing in this year. So that would be long jump, triple jump, and hurdles. It's a pretty hefty goal, but honestly, I think I can do it as long as I keep training hard.
Sounds good to us. And I would tell you, you're following a path of you're not the first Long Beach kid to go to Iowa. We covered Marie Harris in high school, who is a 10-time All-American at Iowa. I know they love Long Beach kids out there. And we're so happy for you, and congratulations on making the decision. Thanks for joining us to talk about it. It was awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sign the paper, Jade?
Oh,
So you're gonna go ahead and officially sign the paper. Let me get rid of the pen.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, wow,
nice.
let's do it.
Oh, wow, we're official.
I printed out.
Okay, now don't hold it too close to the camera, because we had that our first year in 2008. I took a picture of a letter, and it's like, oh my God, it's got the kid's address on it.
Oh.
Putting ink to paper, that's a special moment.
Yes, it is. And I would say thank you guys very much for sharing this moment with her. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, well, we love, like I said, I mean, it's such a fun thing for us to get to go and cover the competitions, but college scholarship changes a lot for families, and it's a fun thing to get to be a part of those stories. So thank you so much for sharing it. I see mom and dad are breathing a little easier now that the name's on the paper there. Like, what do you guys do? What are you guys doing to celebrate? Normally people go to Legends or something. What do you do during quarantine to celebrate? What's the plan tonight?
Probably just a dinner.
Yeah.
A dinner with nice Iowa gear on, right? Everybody's wearing their Hawkeyes.
For sure. Well, congratulations again, and thanks so much for joining us to share that moment. That's great.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, of
Bye,
course.
y'all.
Congrats.